Opening a bed and breakfast is a romantic idea, and that's what first drew Brian and Christy Everhart to do just that in Mount Airy. In fact, you could say they poured their heart and soul into it, which is fitting because the name of the bed and breakfast that they purchased is Heart and Soul.
Oh, it couldn't be more appropriate. Yeah, definitely.
We give it all, and we want their experience to be awesome.
And yet the Everharts were new to the world of B&Bs.
I had never been to a bed and breakfast in my entire life, and neither had Christy. And being in sales, I traveled around, so I'm a regular hotel guy. And it wasn't until I started looking for a bed and breakfast and I stayed in some that I said, wow, this is very unique. It's an experience.
I've never stayed in one, but I've seen every Hallmark movie ever made with every bed and breakfast that has ever been available, and a big fan of the Gilmore Girls. So what else can I say?
Brian's background in sales was a plus, and Christy had been an event planner for decades.
And as a result of that, I've always wanted to have a bed and breakfast. And where I lived in Orange County, California, that wasn't a possibility.
But Mount Airy was the perfect place, in part because their grandchildren lived in the state, and they found a wonderful Victorian home there, built in 1901 for prominent local merchant William Edward Merritt. It was already a bed and breakfast, so they bought it, moved to North Carolina, and became innkeepers.
The thing that sets this one apart to me is the care that Christy and Brian pour into it. I have never felt so pampered.
It's just, they're just so nice. Christy remembers everything that you like.
And that's kind of what she's all about. She likes all the special details, little appointments that not everybody sees, but they're appreciated.
That's certainly the case with each of the 5 guest rooms, all king size and all with private baths.
They're all very large, roomy, comfortable, not too hard, not too soft.
They're cozy. They're true to the time period of the house.
There are 2 downstairs. One is called the Merritt Room. The Merritt Room is named after the original owner, William Merritt.
This is one reason it's the most popular room, the large and luxurious bathroom.
Right beside it is the Mount Airy Room, and it signifies the last stop, and it's all done in a theme of trains. And then if you want to go upstairs, we have 3 rooms up there.
Those are the Stafford, Coventry, and Cardinal rooms.
And the Cardinal Room is the only room that has like a separate sitting room.
But where Christy really shines is in the kitchen each morning.
I have to say, it's the best breakfast I've ever had.
The starter that we're going to feature today is called an April Fool's. It's a Southern popular dish. It is strawberries and oranges mixed together, and on top it has a whipped cream creme fraiche with sugar wafers and then a drizzle of actual Mount Airy honey on top.
The rest of the breakfast comes next.
It's a bacon and cheese and egg spinach pie, along with tomato caprese, a homemade blueberry muffin, and a side of bacon.
Lordy, woo, I could hurt myself with it.
And that is the sound of the squad car tour, arriving to take guests on a trek around Mount Airy. It picks up at the end, along with the Good Time Trolley. Just another part of the total experience these new innkeepers have crafted that keep guests coming back for more.
Brian's a great conversationalist. He's going to talk to you about things you care about. He's going to relate to you. Christy is also preparing things for you. And so the sense of feeling welcome and more than anything cared about, I think is what makes this a special place.
Heart and Soul Bed and Breakfast is at 618 North Main Street in Mount Airy. To book a room, give them a call at 336-789-0126 or go online to heartandsoulbb.com.